Hello Leo, thank you for joining me. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. This reading is going to be looking at the energies surrounding the 8th of June all the way through to the 14th of June for you. The timing is fluid, so it's any time around those dates and beyond. But certainly when you watch this reading, Leo, it's going to be the right time for you and have meaning for you. Please check out a recent video and reading I did that was entitled Fire Signs, Planetary Influences, that was looking at how the 4 major planets currently retrograde in the heavens, and also the strawberry full moon in Sagittarius, plus the preamble lunar eclipse, how those energies are impacting or influencing us all at this time over the next few days. All right, so right, I'm just going to so please do check out that video, the fire signs video, to do with the planetary activities. I've done a pre-shuffle of these cards. I'm just going to do a final shuffle, Leo, and so let's see what the Fairy Oracle cards have to say at this time. Excuse me if I get a little bit tongue-tied. This really overcast, rainy weather does seem to affect my ability to talk, so just bear with me. But anyway, so current energy for you, Leo, is the Lagoon. The Lagoon is a very sharing energy. So this is about giving unconditionally, sharing unconditionally. So this is your current energy at the moment, Leo, which is a lovely energy to have, isn't it? And then the challenge for you is Oi That Gnome. Oi That Gnome is the trickster gnome, and the energy of Oi That Gnome is he brings chaos into our lives. So when he's present in a reading, he's suggesting that amongst any chaos that's happening with you, Leo, or around you at this time, that Oi That Gnome asks you to look for the opportunity that will arise within that chaos. So, don't get lost within the chaos. Take a step back if you can, and look for opportunities that will arise out of that. Sometimes the universe sends chaotic energy to us just to shake things up a little bit, for us to sort out the wheat from the chaff, really, and sort out what's important and what we do need to be focused on and concentrating on, and looking for the opportunities that are arising. This is in your challenge position, Leo. So this energy, this chaotic energy, is proving at the moment a challenge. So it's probably going to be difficult for you at this time to separate the wheat out from the chaff and see the opportunities that are arising. And I think that's why at the heart of your reading you've got the Lagoon, which is about just going with the flow and in giving whatever it is, whatever giving means to you, Leo. Doesn't mean giving everything away that you have. It could be about your time, your thoughts, some of your energy. Don't give all of yourself away, definitely. But the ethos of this card is about how we relate to others, and to give, it could be our love, or our energy, or our time, or our thoughts, and unconditionally. So not expecting something back. I think that's the main point to make here. As we give, we don't expect something back every time. Okay. So what's in your power position at this time, Leo? Well, we have fairies of the future. And fairies of the future are focused on the next steps going forward. So although, yes, we all have to consider where we've been, don't we, and what's gone and what's in the past. This energy is about concentrating and focusing on where we're going next. So it's focusing on the next steps, planning for the future. And what this card says is, leave thinking about the past to this gnome at the top here. He's got one eye looking to the past, one eye looking to the future. So he'll take care of anything that's gone before. So that's the message he wants to say. So don't worry about what's gone before. You focus on where you are now, and planning for the future, the next steps going forward. Right. So the other card in your power position is the Lady of the Harvest. And this is about, if you think of autumn time when we harvest the fruit, the vegetables, the nuts, and then that's it, isn't it? And then there's no more growth, is there, for this year, for that year. So the Lady of the Harvest is about, there's an ending of a cycle that's occurred or is occurring, and it's about letting that go. You've done the harvest, there's no more growth. So sometimes there's a sadness when there's an ending of something. Now this will mean something different for all of you, Leo. But the Lady of the Harvest, you can see by her face that she's looking a little bit sad, preoccupied, thinking perhaps about what's gone. She's half facing back to the past, although she's starting to turn now to the present. So she is very preoccupied with what's gone, with what's been harvested, with the fact that that's the end of a certain cycle now. So there's a little bit of sadness there, but the Lady of the Harvest is very much saying we need to let be what's gone. Let it go now. Enjoy, have happy, fond memories. Enjoy the harvest, whatever is being harvested, and then perhaps take some time out, rest, perhaps start planning and laying seeds, ready for the next season, if you like, for the spring. So that's the message of this card, which sort of links in, doesn't it, with the other cards that have come out in this reading, with the Loan, which is about giving unconditionally, not expecting anything back. The difficulty of within the chaos, being able at this time to spot the opportunities that are arising. So that's a bit of a challenge at the moment. And then we have fairies of the future who are looking to the future, not yet ready to go, but in the planning stage, turning the back on what's gone now, looking to the future. And so, and there we have the Lady of the Harvest, who's very much is looking back, looking at what's gone, a little bit of sadness, but accepting, I feel, that there is no more growth in a certain area. And it's about gradually turning away now, ready for the planning for what comes next. In the outcome position, we have G. Hobya. So G. Hobya doesn't want anybody to know what the G stands for. He won't tell anybody that. He said it's not important. But what he's saying is that you're carrying in your mind and perhaps in your heart, you are carrying unnecessary fears. So fears from something. It may be fears from the past. It may be obsessive fears, worrying about things that you don't need to worry about, Leo, because it's draining, isn't it? It can be draining when we become preoccupied with little things that you don't need to worry about. So G. Hobbier is saying, you know, there's other things that are more important to think about. And sometimes we worry about things, don't we? But if we are carrying a lot of worries that are not necessary, that are unfounded, that have no grounding, then that's exhausting on its own. And then when something bigger comes in, we have very little reserves to deal with it. So G. Hobbier is saying, please let go of those small fears. I'm trying to think of the word. They're inconsequential. They're not necessary, and they will bog you down. So it's asking you to decide which fears you can let go, and let them go if you can. And this sort of correlates with the Lady of the Harvest, doesn't it? When we have to let go of what's no longer important, what's no longer in our lives and necessary. So there's a little bit of a theme running through this reading for you, Leo. Now, what else does the universe and the earth spirits want to say? Well, this is the singer of connection, and this is about our connections. So our connection with the universal energies. So we have the earth energies coming up. This is us in the middle here. We have the earth energies coming up, and then we have the universal energies coming down, and there is a point of connection, all right, that is very strong. And it's, if we can recognize that, when we can feel these energies pulsating through us, it's a really wonderful thing. And just to acknowledge, when we go for a walk in nature, how powerful that feeling, that energy is, walking out in nature across the fields or through the parks, wherever it may be. And then when we're meditating, if you do meditate, or if you're just in a quiet time within yourself, feeling that energy, that calmness, that peace coming down from the universe, down through our crown chakra. So that's one way of looking at this connection. The other way is about the connections we have with each other and how important they are. Our connections with our neighbours, with our friends and family, with our children, with our pets, for example. So, you know, I think over recent weeks and months, we've become aware of how important those connections are to us. And so this is just something come through from the universe, just to say an acknowledgement for you, Leo, of the importance of all of these different forms of connections and how important they are. And they all come together. They all come together as in a unity, in a unified form, within you and around you. All right, Leo. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. If you have enjoyed the reading, if you could please press the like and the subscribe button below the video. It is free to subscribe, but it means that you will be notified when I publish any more readings, and I do publish readings quite regularly for you. I also do, these are general readings, and I also do private readings. So if you'd like a private reading that just focuses on your energies and what's happening in your life, then the way to contact me, that information is also below this video. Thank you so much for joining me, Leo. I do hope you join me again. Do take care going forward. Bye-bye.